And actually, there's a Japanese scientist that did something, and he can find no determinable difference in when comparing the books that they translate.
So Japanese scientists looked at the different Qurans.
Someone impartial.
Just a minute. Japanese scientists look at the different Qurans.
You could find no determinable differences.
Okay, and who is the name of that Japanese?
Top of my head, I can't tell you. I'm very new to this.
Okay, I have done some study. Let me finish. Yeah. I have done some studies, and I never come across with a Japanese name who looked at the Quranic manuscripts or anything. That's first point. Second point is, do you read Arabic?
No, I have to read the transliteration.
Okay, so you don't read Arabic.
No.
Right now in my bag, I've got two different Arabic Qurans, and they are different from one another. So I've got the physical evidence versus your Japanese scholar. And then I've got Sheikh Yasir Qadhi. He is well-known Muslim scholar. He tells us that there are different Arabic Qurans. He tells us there are different Arabic Qurans. And recently, I think it was in March, Muslims published a book looking at the differences in 30 different Arabic Qurans, and then they came up approximate 90,000, actually over 90,000 differences within the 30 different Arabic Qurans. So according to Muslims, according to physical evidence, that there are different Arabic Qurans and there are variations in it. So would you be taking time? Can you take a time and then give me the name of the Japanese scholar who tells you?
It's on my. I watched a nice video about.
Okay, can you just plug that video down? I love to know, because the claim you made not only goes against Islamic tradition but also goes against Muslim scholars.
Okay, I'll accept that.
So you expressed you are Muslim. Then which Quran do you believe?
Well, you read the
Are you Muslim too, sir?
Yeah. But you follow the Pickthall one, which is just who translated it into English.
Yeah.
So obviously not reading Arabic makes it quite difficult, because you can choose who translated it and what Quran you read.
So Quran, according to Muslims, are you Muslim, sir?
Yeah.
So he's Muslim. According to him as well, Quran is Arabic. You are just reading the translation.
Yeah,
I do hold nearly 100 different English translation of the Quran. Yeah. Therefore, I asked you Quran. When I talk about Quran, I'm talking about the Arabic version of the Quran. Therefore, I am asking.
So that you have a problem with that?
A problem with what?
You have a problem with it? That you think that there's different Qurans?
I don't have a problem. I do have a physical evidence that there are different Arabic Qurans, but I do expect people like this gentleman who is Muslim to have a problem with it.
Do you speak Hebrew?
I don't speak Hebrew.
The same can be said of the Bible, though, can't it?
Excuse me?
The Bible's been translated from a language other than English.
So what is it?
Exactly the same.
No, it's not exactly the same. There are not many different Bibles. So let me put it together. You told me that Japanese scientist, which I am really not aware of it. Yeah. I love you to check the name. I can give you Sheikh Google, and then you can just get the name of the.
I have a phone. But
okay. Do you mind just giving me the name for my own homework? So what's your name, sir? What's your name, sir?
Oh, sorry, Stephen.
Stephen. So you gave me the name of the Japanese scientist who you expressed that he looked at the Qurans and then he came to the conclusion there is no differences in them. So as a Christian, my stand is we do have many, actually in England we are very privileged, we do have many different translations of the Bible. If you go to the certain part of the world, they haven't even got the translations yet, because lots of books need to be translated, there are lots of different languages. So none of the Christians would make a claim that Bible, dot by dot, letter by letter, sound by sound is exactly the same. We wouldn't make such a claim because it is written by human beings. We would make a claim that we do have eternal word of God, Lord Jesus Christ, who is perfect. Bible is written by human beings. When you look at the manuscripts, you get to see, because it is written by human beings and earliest manuscripts were written under the persecution. Therefore, you get to see there are textual variations in it, and then we study that. So I don't make that claim.
Do you think that
Just
would affect your faith?
No, I looked into the manuscripts. I looked into the manuscripts until before 7th century. There is nothing affects my faith. So now, did you get the name for me?
No, I can't find it.
Why can't you find it?
because I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of stuff on my phone, and I have neither the time or the inclination to go through it. I can send it to you. I can find it when
Okay,
I'm home.
I am here every Sunday, unless
Yeah.
like Speaker's Corner is off. I would love to get the name of the Japanese
Yeah.
scientist who makes a claim that there is one Quran and there are not changings in it. So now, let me show you the two physical evidence, and then also I'll show you the clips from your Muslim scholars. And is this Japanese scientist
This is a
Muslim?
very. I'll be. No,
No,
it's not.
so-
It's impartial.
Okay, non-Muslim, so you need to make a choice, believing in making a decision between two different Arabic Qurans, which you will see, and also choosing your own Muslim scholar versus putting your Islamic tradition and Muslim scholars under the bus and following a Japanese scientist. That's the decision you will have to make. But let me show
How
you
do
an
make your
example.
decision which
Let me show
Bible
you the
follow?
examples. So would you agree with me? There is a difference in Arabic and in English. I might need help some English speakers here. Difference between children, okay, and son.
Excuse me.
Children and
The word.
children versus son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There is a difference. What is the difference?
Well, you can be a 50-year-old son,
Yeah.
whereas you can't be a 50-year-old child.
Or you can be children and girl, but you wouldn't be son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have the Quran, which one Quran says children, other Quran says the son, would you say there are different?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you don't read Arabic, but you are from Britain.
Yes.
You are from. Do you follow the Hafs Quran?
The what, sorry?
Do you follow the Hafs Quran? Which Quran do you follow?
What's the one I read?
It's the Picthal one.
Pictal is the translation, but which different Quran has been used to translate the Pictal?
I'm not sure.
You don't know. Okay, I'll go with Hafs because majority of Muslims in Britain follow the Hafs Quran. This is the Hafs Quran,
Half as in Halfs.
Hafs.
Oh right. Okay.
Okay, so this is Hafs Quran. Okay, Arabic is Hafs Quran, translated by Muslim scholar Yusuf Ali. Okay, and this is Khalat Quran. Okay, it is written, as you can see. So it is all Arabic, okay, put together by Muslims. So Surah 43 verse 81 is the verse I want us to look at. Okay, it's here. Say, if most gracious had a son, I would be first to worship. Okay, that's the English translation.
If Allah most gracious had a son, I would be the first to worship. Okay.
Okay? If, yes. So, since you said you don't understand Arabic, okay, I'm going to show you the visual and then I will expect you to go home and do your homework, okay? Because don't take what I'm saying to you.
Do you read Arabic?
I can read it, but I don't understand it.
Same as. I know what the letters are.
Okay? So, if you look at this word underlined, you've got wa, number 9,
Yeah.
okay? And then you've got elif here, okay? And then look at the top of those letters, okay? I'm just showing this 3 underlined word, okay?
Yeah.
And then in here, oops. In here, I've got the same word, okay? You've got letter number 9, you've got elif, and then it goes on, okay? Look at the top of it. One of them has line,
vowels.
one of them has line, okay?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have the line, this is different.
It has a line but a dot. Yeah, I know. It's
That's
subtle-
different, okay?
subtle,
So
yeah.
from son, it changed to child.
Right.
Okay, that's first example. Would you say there is a difference between Allah and Muhammad?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me show you another example. So that was Surah 43 verse 81. I would expect you to check it and then we talk about it next time. So Surah 37 verse 12. And then also I'm going to show it to you what Muslim scholars write it, okay? So Surah 37 verse 12. This is the word I am looking at it,
Yeah.
okay? In here it says, I amazed. Okay, Allah is speaking. Allah is the one who is amazed.
I am amazed.
I amazed. Yeah.
I am in amazement. Right. Okay.
Okay, Allah is speaking.
Yeah.
Do you mind holding this like this so we can compare? Okay. And then in here, it is, you amazed. So Muhammad. This one says Allah is amazed. In this one is you amazed.
Where am I seeing that? It says, truly dost thou marvel.
Yeah, it's a different explanation.
So Allah and Muhammad are different. Is it Allah amazed or is Muhammad amazed?
Well, it's hard
Okay,
to
those
say
are.
from that.
It is hard to say,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so there are.
But
That's
also, that the word thou is speaking about another. You can't assume that he's speaking.
no. Quran is the speech of Allah, Allah
Yeah, no,
Himself.
no,
So
but
Allah is
thou-
speaking in this one. In this one Allah is speaking. In this one Allah is telling Muhammad that you are amazed. So that makes two different Qurans, okay? And I show you two different examples. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a book which was put together this year by a Muslim scholar who looks at the 30 different Arabic Qurans and then he puts together the differences with them. So I'll tell you first of all. Yes. There are websites that you can go and check it. You can look at the variations. We do have 5,856 Greek manuscripts, and then there are many variations between them.
Yeah.
Between them. But I never come to Speakers Con and then say, "Oh, Japanese scientists told me that
But
there is
for every
there
argument,
is
you
one."
can find someone that's going to give you
No,
something to
so-
back it up.
Sir, your Muslim scholars are telling you that there are different Arabic Qurans. Let me give you an example, okay?
I don't see the point to all of this.
You don't see the point.
Yeah.
Your brother believes there is only one Quran. As a Muslim, you don't believe there is only one
No,
Quran.
I believe in the Quran, and I believe
Which
that
Quran do you believe?
Again, bear with me. I believe there are different, very subtle transliterations.
I'm not talking about the transliterations. I'm talking about Arabic.
Yeah.
Okay?
Even that, but,
So, do you
but if-
believe there are different Arabic Qurans?
It would appear so, yes. Do
Yeah,
you
okay.
believe there are different Bibles?
No.
Does it change your faith?
No.
Does it change the message greatly?
No. But for you, yes.
Yeah, so that's-
For you, yes.
I don't. No, you believe.
I already showed you two examples, and I'm going to show you more examples. So, and I don't make the claims you are making. Okay, so here's the list.
How are we going to get onto you drilling holes in the book like that? Was
Yeah, that's what I was explaining. Okay, so Sheikh Yasir Qadi expressed that there are holes in the narrative when you look at these
Oh, right,
37
so-
different Arabic Qurans. Okay.
Right, so you've made a metaphorical statement.
No, I did ask Muslims, explain it to me why there are different Arabic Qurans.
Yeah.
Muslims didn't explain it to me, and then I made it visual for Muslims to kind of be brave enough and then tell me why for centuries they've been lying to Muslims and telling Muslims that there is only one perfect preserved Quran. And even just a moment, sir, even the gentleman over there, he's been screaming that Quran is miracle and it never changed. There is only one Quran, yet I showed him 3 different Qurans. All he did was walking away. So maybe in England you are privileged. Are you British?
I am British.
Yeah. So in England you are privileged. You are learned to think critically, and then you.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the difference between them, but anyway.
Well, Britain is several countries made up into one.
Okay.
Whereas we come from England, so that makes us English.
Okay.
Whereas if you come from Scotland, you're Scottish.
Okay. I'm not gonna go through that. So
Where are you from?
I'm Turkish.
Okay.
So in here you've got the privilege of critical thinking and even going to check Google and finding the different Arabic Qurans because they are all over the internet now. But in Muslim world, people don't have access to those informations. People are not as much critical thinker as you are. Therefore, they take what their sheikh has been telling them, and their sheikhs are telling Muslims that there is only one Quran, dot by dot, letter by letter. It's been perfectly preserved, even to the sound. So, therefore, Muslims believe what their sheikhs are saying, and they stuck in Islam. So, foundation of Islam is based on the Quran and Muhammad. So far, 37 Qurans caused Islam to mess up, alongside of that, you do have actions and characters of Muhammad very much disturbing.
So I'd never do what a man tells me. I would never listen to a scholar or an imam or a priest. Or I don't do what they tell me.
So you do your own research.
I do what I get from that,
Get from what?
from the book.
From the Quran.
What I read and what I feel in my heart and what I understand of it, that is what I follow.
Does Islam give you that chance? Sorry, what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel. Does Islam give you that right to just read it and use your own interpretation?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
You?
Yes.
Okay. So, can you, in that case, be kind British and English, explain it to me, Surah 65, verse 4.
Memory's not that good.
That's okay, I've got the English translation. Sahih International, you can pick up Pictorial translation if you want, so that we don't get confused. Because I'm going to make a case. Sorry.
It's not biblical because Paul he went into like temples.
I'm going to make a case. Actually, Islam doesn't give you right to read it and then put your own interpretation. But first, I let you to do your own interpretation and then explain it to me. Sahih International, okay? Steve, can you go to Pictorial one? Pictorial translation, Surah 65, verse 4.
65.
Verse 4.
Where Jesus walks into witnesses.
Put it all in.
It's like, oh, well, that's what Jesus doesn't mean you have to do it.
4. Yeah.
Can you read it to me?
And those who have despaired of the menstruation among young women, if you doubt, then their waiting period is 3 months. And the ones who not, they menstruate, men, I guess, and those who are pregnant, their turn is until they deliver their burdens, and forever, whoever fears Allah, he will make for him of his affairs ease.
Okay, I read this translation and then I will ask you to explain it to me. And those who no longer expect menstruation among your women, if you doubt, their waiting period is 3 months. Okay, so there are women who are not bleeding anymore.
Yeah.
When you divorce them, you give them 3 months to figure out if they are pregnant or not.
Yeah.
Okay? And for those who have not menstruated. So who are those people?
Men. I've not menstruated.
Where did you come to the conclusion it's talking about men?
It's got men in it.
No, it doesn't say man at all.
It could mean though. This thing is, yeah.
So,
I'm
since-
assuming you mean
Prepubescent.
yeah, prepubescent.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Children.
What does that mean?
Girls that have not come to maturity yet.
So girls who are not bleeding yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you need to do those girls who are not bleeding yet?
Wait.
Sorry?
Wait until they
Wait.
are, and then wait 3 months.
No. You have to wait. When you divorce them, it is talking on the context of divorce.
Yeah.
Okay. When you divorce them, you give them waiting period of 3 months to figure out if they are pregnant or not.
Yeah.
So for you to divorce someone, in this occasion is the children who are not bleeding yet.
Yeah, it could
Okay,
also
so
be a woman
can
who
you-
is sick. Because some women who are stressed, they don't menstruate.
Okay,
Some people
so
who are sick don't menstruate.
just a moment. Just before you understood that this verse is talking about the divorce,
Yeah.
you were talking about the girls who are children.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's first take the example of children.
From a leading question, though.
Sorry.
Yeah.
From a leading question.
Let me just first focus on this. For you to divorce these children,
Yeah.
okay, what do you do before divorce? What is the label of that act?
Before you get divorced.
Yeah. What is your relationship with someone?
Yeah, you have to have a sexual relationship to
What is the label of
consummate
that? What is the label of that?
a marriage.
So you are marrying with someone and you are having sex with someone.
Yeah, but you can't
and then
have sex with someone who hasn't menstruated because they're
according
not
to
an
who?
adult. Well,
According to who?
If they haven't, then they're not a woman. You
According
can't
to
marry
who?
children.
According to who? But in here it tells you are divorcing children and then you are giving them 3 months of waiting
Yeah,
period.
you've like tricked us into
So what
saying-
are you? No, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not tricking you. So I
Yeah,
am
but
asking.
do
You
know
said
that women sometimes don't menstruate.
okay. Tell me, how did you understand in this context it is talking about those women?
Yeah, at a first glance, it would appear like children.
So
But-
at the first it is appearing as a children,
Yeah.
but now you understood the context and you see it's
Yeah.
disturbing. Just a moment. You saw it's disturbing, and then you want to push in the lines of
back.
maybe like someone who is ill. Okay.
Yeah.
If the,
So-
bear with me, while we're there, let me digress. If there is no difference in the view of Islam to have sex with a woman or a child, why the need in that verse to identify them separately?
So I'm going to come to that.
So there
I'm
must
going to
be
come to
further
that.
context.
I'm going to come to that.
Yeah.
So, so far, your own interpretation is not enough
Yeah.
to yourself. So where do you go?
All of this is for thinkers. You
It's
don't-
not. Quran is not for thinkers.
It is. You don't just read
Sir,
the words
no,
and go, yeah,
no,
that's it.
no.
You have to think about
No,
it.
you said you can read the Quran and then you interpret by yourself.
Yeah,
okay,
but it takes a long time.
So you can't do that. Okay, so far your own interpretation is telling you are having sex with children and divorcing those children, and that is very much ugly.
No. He didn't say anything to that account at all.
He did, sir.
No,
he
no,
did.
he didn't.
He already interpreted that, and then he already did it, and he knows that
think
is
you
very
have a
much
selective
ugly.
memory because
No,
In a
just a
split
moment.
second.
You
Just
do
a
not have
moment.
sex with children.
Just a moment. Just a moment. That is his own interpretation. So, but your own interpretation.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
We don't believe it.
now, in your own interpretation, there is a problem. So where you go to? You go to the interpretations already put together by Muslim scholars, early Muslim scholars.
but I
Have you
know
heard
that-
something called tafsir?
Yeah, but within myself, I know I wouldn't have a sexual relationship or marry a child.
Why?
It's just simple.
Why?
No
What is the
man
reason
would do
for?
that in their
No
right
man
mind.
would. Okay, then are we telling Muhammad was not right in mind when he had sex with a child?
Well, she was menstruating clearly.
According
She would
to
have
who?
been. She would have been a woman.
No, according to who?
The practices of Islam.
Yeah. perhaps,
Where?
Yeah.
Give me one
But why-
Islamic
you
sources.
give me a source that
No,
says
give
the
me one Islamic
contrary.
sources. How old was
You're the learned
Aisha?
one.
How old was Aisha?
Between 9 and 11.
Yeah.
No, she was 9. Not
She's
between
talking
9
about
and
incest.
11.
Yeah.
Tell her to read the verse in the Bible where Noah slept with his daughters. Can you read that verse for me?
I
As
will. I
Muslims,
am
we
happy.
don't
I
believe
am.
that.
I am happy to read that verse.
That never
But
took
first,
place.
I want you to
Incest-
tell me
incest
why
is in
did
your
why
Bible.
if you identify your prophet is not man in right mind, why do you follow him?
No, I do.
I
find
don't
him
think
as
that
a
is
man in
funny.
right mind.
But you just told me as a man who is in right mind
Yeah.
wouldn't have sex with a child. Just a moment.
right.
Just a moment. Just a moment, sir.
In the ultra Presbyterian interest, and
I've got a husband.
You wouldn't have a sex with a child, if someone is having sex with a child, you call them not right in mind, but you are quite okay with your prophet to do so.
People were different back then. Certainly different.
So, what was the difference between child who was 9 years old, 6 years old apparently, and then
It's a guess.
no, according to her testimony, she was 6 years old when she married Muhammad. And then Muhammad had sex with her when she was 9. In that occasion, Muhammad was 54.
Right.
So, how old are you?
40.
40. Muhammad is older than you.
We're not looking for children. We know what
I
you're
hope you
doing.
didn't think I was 54 then for a moment.
No. No, Muhammad was clearly older than you, no worries. So there is a gentleman, clearly over 50. Nothing
Yeah.
personal, but he's over 50. Do you think what kind of body shape did Aisha had in her age as a 6 years old while playing with the dolls?
I don't agree with you on 6.
So you don't agree with Aisha?
I don't agree with the age of 6.
So Aisha tells she was 6 years old.
Can you prove it? I've never found that
I'll talk to you, wait,
evidence.
sir.
I've never found that
You
evidence
never.
anywhere.
So have you read any Islamic sources?
Some, yeah, of course.
So okay,
Yeah.
I'll show you some Islamic sources.
We asked why there was holes in the Quran.
Yeah, I did
Ever do
explain.
that to a Bible?
Oh well, Muslims thinks it's alright to chop people's head off, so that's worse.
Yeah, but so do Christians.
No, sir,
See,
you're not better than me. That's a false.
Well, really? What about all the guillotines that were built and the beheadings in the times of?
In times of what?
I don't think
King
I'm better
Arthur.
than you either.
Sorry,
I don't think I'm better than you.
I am a sinner, and I believe you are a sinner, and you are on the wrong path. So, write down the references. Can you write down the references for you to go home and check it? Because this gentleman is already going to check a couple of
I can
references.
search, it's fine.
even in the book, Surah 15, it says that their God calls.
But people don't mature these days until they're a lot older.
So now you are
That's
trying to
society.
justify that, but first let's
It is a
focus
fact,
on.
though.
Yeah, it is a fact.
It's
You
not
have to
a
stay in
fact.
education until you're
What
18.
kind of sir? I'll finish when I finish the gentleman. I'll talk to you. I will finish the gentleman and then I'll talk to you.
As a woman,
Sir, I will
maybe you have
finish
no
the
menstruation.
gentleman.
Sometimes you don't
Once
need
I
it.
finish
Not
with the
every month.
gentleman, I'll talk to you.
Sometimes.
Okay?
Yeah, that's what I said. Stress can stop it.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you need to justify that versus communicating
justify
that.
it? Can
I will justify.
assure that it means what you mean?
Yes. I will bring to the Islamic sources to you.
tell me.
Go to Ibn Kathir.
Arabic.
Okay, go to Ibn Kathir, Ibn Abbas, Al Jalalayan. They already tells you that group is young age. If you want, I can read it here. It just came out.
I have Ibn Kathir here.
Yeah, you've got Ibn Kathir, and then Ibn Kathir states the same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. Jalalayan. Also those who have not menstruated because of their young age.
You
Not
contradict
because
yourself.
of...
Do you know why?
No,
Because
sir.
You ask him
Sir,
gentleman at the beginning. Can
No,
I say
no,
something?
no, no,
You
no,
asked
no,
him
no.
At the beginning.
No.
Can you understand it? He said yes
Basic
to you.
Islamic
But
sources,
right now you try
sir.
to
Basic
force it-
Islamic
a certain
sources.
interpretation,
No.
which is- yeah,
Basic
so you
Islamic
contradict yourself.
sources. If he's a Muslim,
You ask him
he
at the
should.
beginning, then
He
would you
did
follow Ibn
read.
Kathir only? If he
I
says
didn't.
yes,
I
then
didn't
you
say
read
it.
this.
I
That's
didn't
it.
ask that to
You see what I
him.
mean?
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
ask
yeah.
that to him. I
No, you
didn't.
ask him, can you read it and understand it, and then you have your own understanding of Islam.
That's what he said to
He
me.
said yes.
Yeah. So and then
why
I
you,
said
why
his
you
own.
force this interpretation?
I am
then?
not forcing.
Because
I'm saying
because
that-
it matches your
Sir, no.
your agenda.
This is your
That's
most.
basically it.
This is your most reliable Islamic
Listen,
traditions.
it has to be-
If you don't
it
trust
has to
it,
be logical.
just throw it
It's
under
not
the
the most
bus.
reliable, by
Just
the way.
throw
From where
it
did you
under
get
the
it's the most
bus.
reliable?
Throw it under the
From where-
bus if
the
that's
most
what you
reliable for us is
wanted to
Quran.
do now.
Where did you get this from?
Oh well, your Quran
I can
failed
get
to
your book
explain.
from a man, like written like I don't know, like 600
Your
years ago.
Quran
that means
failed to
it doesn't-
explain.
Well, whatever you want to say it. It's fine. I mean, you can't prove it. You just say it.
No, sir, I give you the reference. If you are shocked,
have such hate for Muslims, but Muslims not bothered.
Exactly.
where did you get the information? I have hate for
You
you,
have a
sir.
serious passion to disprove something.
Yeah.
that
Islam
brings-
is false.
But why
So-
care? Why
so-
care?
Why don't you
Uh,
prove
why I
Christianity
can't? Okay,
instead of just
sir-
trying to prove that Islam is wrong? You know,
Sir,
show me the peace in your religion. That's basically
no. That's
We're humans, you know. We use our logic.
let me first state something. I am very passionate to disprove Islam because I strongly believe it is very dangerous ideology. As an ideology, okay? You are not even allowing me to speak to
on.
finish. So just calm down. I know your ideology just proved that
Trust me,
it's
I'm
all right
calm.
to have sex
Trust me,
with the
I'm calm. Why are you
children,
attacking?
and then you are already upset about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not
Smoking
upset.
kills.
I do know. It's
Smoking
haram,
kills.
and, we'll-
It kills.
I will repent.
Before haram, it
I
is
know.
kills. It makes you
But do you
suffer.
know
It's
that
very
legal age
bad.
of consent is in
It-
Mexico, a Christian country, a devout Christian.
Where did you get the information that smoking is all right or all those
No,
things
I
are
didn't.
okay?
I didn't. I know smoking is wrong.
So,
Scientific.
Islam is very much dangerous ideology to humanity. Examples is you look at the life of Muhammad and then you see his actions. You look at the Quran, you see what Quran teaches about me as non-Muslim. And then the teachings of that, it is very much dangerous to humanity. I am called, Allah doesn't even know my favorite color, but Allah calls me because of my belief, worst of creatures. Allah calls me to be killed if I don't pay the money to Islamic government.
Can you prove that happened?
Surah
somewhere?
98 verse 6, sir. Surah 9 verse
Says you
29.
should be killed because of what, sorry?
Surah 9 verse 29.
And what do you believe that says that you should be killed?
If I'm not gonna pay some money called jizya,
Right.
okay, that's not a tax or anything. You pay the government to protect you from Muslims, then I should be killed. Okay, that's Surah
are you
98.
scared? Did Bush
Surah
ask you to pay the
98,
jizya?
verse
I don't really
6
get it.
calls me the worst of
In that
creatures.
place,
It
at
is
that
not.
time,
Quran is not for that place. If it is for that place, you need to tell me Quran is not. Quran is just for that place.
Yes.
Quran is the
Politically, yes.
eternal word of
Politically, yes.
Allah.
Politically, yes. You have to
Allah
understand
planned that from eternity beginning to
Politically, yes.
eternity end.
Yes, politically,
From
yes.
eternity beginning to eternity end, Allah put lust in the heart of Muhammad so he can have sex with his daughter-in-law. From eternity beginning, Allah put lust in the heart of Muhammad, he can have sex with a child.
Can you prove it?
From eternity beginning, Allah planned, I am the worst of creatures.
I need a wee anyway. I need to go. It's good talking to you.
I know we've gone off on some enormous tangent. It was just why you drilled
Would you be kind enough and then next week bring me the Japanese
I'll
scientist?
email it to you because I live in Hertfordshire. I've made a trip down here. I'm taking my.
Where is Hertfordshire?
It's about an hour away. So
I live farther than that. I live farther than that.
Where's
It's-
that? Where do you live?
I live 146 miles far from here.
Jesus.
I'm here every Sunday.
Yeah.
Please to bring me the reference because I'm very much curious. A non-Muslim Japanese scientist made a claim that Qurans are
I
perfectly
will find
preserved.
it because I remember telling Dan about it, and it was only last week, but I've got so much stuff on my phone, it's hard to.
Okay, I am here every
Great.
Sunday. Do bring it.
Perfect.
It is surprisingly disappointing Sunday where Muslims don't know the basics about Islam. Very disappointing day. They see the different Arabic Qurans. They see their meaning is different. Yet still, they want to go and follow the Japanese scientists who is not Muslims, where he states Quran has been perfectly preserved to the dot. They read the Quran where it is telling you can divorce a child. Once they are disappointed and stressed by it, all they do is try to justify the verse. We live in a sad world, but in this sad world, all we get to hear is Muslims are seeking and hunting for wonderful eternal word of God, Lord Jesus Christ. They are hungry for him, they want him, they are desired for him. Let's go and get them.